Coco Tarot back again with another message. I'm going to pull a card from here and then we're going to clarify with the tarot. So let's get started. And I hope everyone is doing well. Messages for the collective, please. What does the collective need to know right now? Thank you so much. Alrighty. So this one says creative project, and I will read this card to you. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion toward your life. Wow. So this girl here, she's got a harp playing, and the angels created this tornado in her head and lights on her hands. So whatever creative projects that you're tapping into right now, it's coming directly from God, directly from source. It's something that you need to be working on, and it could possibly bring you some sort of abundance. So let's clarify this card and see what's going on. Clarify this card for me. Thank you so much. This entire reading, every time I try to pull cards, they don't want to come out. I feel like whatever this creative project is, you're not telling people about it yet. Yeah, you're really sitting on this. You don't want to tell anyone because it's probably a really good idea, or really beautiful is what I'm hearing. So if it's like a visual art, whatever it is, it's gorgeous. The strength card too. This panda is literally inside the lion's mouth right now, the lion's den. You could be like in a basement, or like I'm seeing someone in their room, door locked, just working on something tirelessly. I don't even think that's a word. You could be wearing yourself out, staying up all night working on a project. It definitely feels musical. You could be a singer or play instruments, a producer. You can make beats. But whatever project you're working on, it's huge. It's something that even could probably change your life or change whatever industry that it's in. You're in some kind of like creative bliss right now, this flow of ideas, and this would be a good time to walk around with a little notebook in your bag, or some kind of a recorder, something, so that you can really preserve these ideas, because these are $1 million ideas is what I'm hearing. Whatever you've been writing or painting or singing or dancing, anything in the creative arts, it could even be like if you do like essay style writing or reports or some kind of journalism or something like that. Short stories. I'm seeing a lot of creative arts. Like whatever it is, you are meant to do this. It could have been a skill that you've done since you were a child, and for a few years you kind of slept on this, or you didn't do it, and you could be just coming back to that again, and it's giving you some kind of inner fulfillment. Yeah, you're like kind of weighing out your options again. Maybe you kind of conformed for a few years, and you no longer want to do that. You want to go back to what makes you happy, what makes you passionate, what you're good at. I'm hearing it's secondhand. It just comes to you. It flows out of you. And in those periods of flow is when you need to get the work done. Trust me. So if you're really feeling it right now, go ahead. But I will say this Hermit is in reverse. So don't be afraid of getting feedback and from other people. So if you're writing, don't be afraid to get some beta readers, or get someone to listen to your music. I think that feedback would be good for you. Yeah. Ooh, lots of cards want to come out. Wow. You could be getting insights from dreams about this particular project. You could have heard, like if you write lyrics, you could have heard a lyric in your dream, or someone said something to you in your dream, and now you're getting all these creative spouts just from that turn the phrase or someone saying that? Wow. There's something happening in secret. There's something you're doing in secret that you haven't showed anyone yet, and you're like really proud of this. You're smiling about this because you can't wait to release it. But at the same time, it feels like it's kind of like your baby. Like you're working so hard on it and you're excited to release it, but you're also nervous because it could be something that's very vulnerable or close to you, or talk about a topic that is really meaningful for you, but you're being asked to move forward with this. Don't be afraid to show people who you really are, to be vulnerable, especially in your art. Art is the space where you can really be yourself, you know, and you can really release any kind of emotion or anything that's been weighing you down. That's the best time to do it, is in your art. Follow your passions. Do what inspires you, is what I'm hearing. You could like to listen to classical music or like classical piano music. The harp is here too. That's why I'm saying something about instruments is significant. Tell me more. Wow. Yeah, emotional fulfillment. Yeah, really put your emotions into your work. If you've been feeling if you've had some kind of trauma in your life, or something that can really inspire you to move forward and talk about this, it would benefit you because other people will be able to relate to whatever it is. So really tap in and put your emotions into your work, and by releasing this, it's gonna be able to take all those thoughts that you have in your head, all those burdens, all those things that weigh you down. You're gonna be able to put it in something, and it'll be a release for you. There's some kind of emotional experience that you've had in your life that other people can really relate to, and you should probably share this with other people. Some kind of secret that you're afraid to be vulnerable about, but it's just been spilling out in your work or in your words, is what I'm hearing. You really need to follow this. Yeah, it could lead to collaborations with other people. It could inspire other people to come out and tell their story as well. And it doesn't even have to be like a traumatic story. I'm just saying it's some kind of moment that was in your life that was pivotal, that was a turning point, that probably brought you to where you are now. That's what you need to be relaying in your work. Really tap in and dig into those things that you might be afraid to tell people, because that's what's going to bring you success, is that total vulnerability in your work. And it might benefit you to, if you don't listen to classical music, start listening to classical music. Start watching documentaries and reading about artists in all different fields. You know, if you're a writer, start reading books. If you're a painter, start, learning about the history of paint and where it comes from and who invented acrylic paint. Things like that could really inspire you to bring out a new side to yourself and bring out these secrets or these burdens that you've been holding. Tell me more. Yeah, so much movement. Guys, whatever ideas you've been getting, these are the ideas. These are it. I'm telling you. There's you might not think it right now. You might just be like, I just heard doodling. So you might just be doodling stuff. But these are going to be the sketches that lead to the masterpiece. These little, if you're getting story ideas and you're just like scribbling them down when you can, map those things together, because that's going to be, the next big seller. Whatever you're working on is it's going to fulfill you. Wow. Yeah, so the Ace of Wands is in reverse because I feel like you're very passionate about this, and you're very passionate about life, but you hide that. There's some kind of creativity or knowledge about something that you hide because you feel like it won't be accepted, or you feel like people won't really understand. But I'm telling you, there's someone out there that needs to hear what you're putting out, that needs to see what you're drawing, that needs to, maybe you do like graphic design, visual arts. You could draw like characters, comic strips. You could have, you could be into like manga or something like that. Wow. Wow, a savant is what I'm hearing. You need to figure out what your signature is too. That could be what you're figuring out right now. Like, what is my style? What is my signature? And that's why it would be good to really do some research into whatever field that you're in creatively. You know, if you play the piano, really get into the history of piano, learn about all the great piano players. You know what I mean? That's what I'm seeing. Something about digging into the history of the creative project that you're in is going to make you feel more at peace with being vulnerable in your work. You know, I'm pretty sure Van Gogh didn't start painting until he was like 28. So don't feel like you need to rush this out, but at the same time, don't sit on it too long. Find that balance of getting the feedback, you know, putting things out there. If you want to write a novel, start writing short stories and sending them out to people. Or, you know, if you want to write songs, maybe collaborate with people who play instruments so you can have like a melody to your lyrics. Yeah. This is definitely like the artist struggle right now. You could be having some kind of financial windfall, so you don't really have the money to afford what you need. Yeah, but you don't need the most expensive things to get what you need done, because you're so creative and good at what you do. You know, if you draw, you could draw a masterpiece with a crayon, is what I'm seeing. Like, you don't need all the expensive, you know, tools or anything like that. And those things will come as you work on this. Yeah. Yeah, really find a way to collaborate with people. Try to experience things too, is what I'm hearing, because that could help you in your work. Try to go do something new, like go zip lining or do a paint by number, or try to do something that can give you a new experience or give you something new to talk about. Chuck Palahniuk, the writer, when he writes his books, he literally just goes to parties and talks to people and asks them questions and like studies people. And that's how he writes his books. His books are usually a collection of stories from people that he's met at parties that are too afraid to tell their story. So that's what I'm seeing with you. You need to experience life in order to be inspired even more. So really go out there and mingle with people, talk to people, you know, go outside, look at the animals, look at nature. Don't get too overstimulate yourself with like your phone and TV too much. Like, you really need to go back to the basics, is what I'm hearing. Just start to see how people live, how people have life exchanges. You know what I mean? Something about that is going to inspire you, something about like the simple life, you know? Yeah. And don't be worried about if you're going to fail. Because I do feel like that's what's kind of holding you back. You work on these things in secret. You release this beautiful creativeness inside of you, but you don't show others, and you haven't gotten to a place where you feel comfortable releasing it, because there's some kind of dark side of you that thinks you're going to fail. And I'm telling you, that's just negativity in your ear. That's just the devil trying to bring you down. You are going to succeed. I'm telling you. You really are. You just have to believe in yourself and believe in your work and believe that whatever God or the universe is trying to tell you right now, it's so that you can grow in your creative projects. These ideas that you're getting, like I said, they are $1 million ideas. So just go with the flow, experience life, enjoy life, and just whatever comes out, let it come out, you know? Don't think about it too much. Yeah. Because you're going to receive an emotional fulfillment from this, guys. I'm telling you, to end on the 10 of Cups, you're really on track to becoming one of the greats, is what I'm hearing. And even if you're not, you're going to be able to connect with people on some kind of level that's going to change their lives. And it's beautiful to see. And that is your reading for today, guys. And I'll be back soon with another message. Toodaloo.